everybody, it's Christina from Creations with Christina, and today we're going to be making a little gift box that I'm going to be putting my sister's mini album in that I showed you the other day, and I'll put a link on the screen to the video that shows you all the things I did to this mini album. So let me just show you how we're going to put together this box. I just have 2 pieces of 12 by 12 cardstock, and I'm going to cut this down to, both of them down to 10 inches by 10 inches. So let me just go ahead and do that. I'm going to try to do both of them at one time. I don't know how successful I'll be. I only got 1 piece. Okay, cut this piece and we'll cut the other piece, and then we're going to do some scoring. Okay, so both these pieces measure 10 by 10, and I'm going to get out my score pal, and we're going to go ahead and score both of pieces of cardstock at 2.5 inches on all 4 sides. So we're just going to set this down on here, and I'm going to do some scoring at 2.5 inches. And again, it's on all 4 sides. Whoops, I'm a little off track there. Okay, I'll just make that the bottom of the box. Okay, so that's our first piece, and then our second piece. Okay, so there's our 2 pieces of 10 by 10, and they're scored. And now what we're going to do is just fold on our score lines, and we'll do that on both pieces. And I am using a textured cardstock, so I want to make sure my textured side is facing out. So that's the first one, and we'll score our second one. There we go. So now I'm going to do is just take my scissors, and I'm going to cut right along the score lines on this piece right here. So I'm going to cut this score line right up to where the score line meets, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And then I'm going to turn my paper completely around and do the same thing on the other side. And I'm also going to do this to my second piece of cardstock as well. Okay, so what I did was I cut my flaps, so now I have these 4 little flaps on each corner, and then I went ahead and added some adhesive. So what I'm going to do now is turn my box over and start folding the flaps in to the inside of the box, and I'm going to do that on all 4 sides. There we go. This is the one that I kind of messed up with on my score line, so that's going to be the bottom of my box. The box measures 5 by 5 when it's all done, so I'm going to go ahead and I'll show you that this will fit inside perfectly. Whoops. Slipped out of my hand there. There we go. So it fits inside there. Okay, so that'll be the bottom of my box. Let's go ahead and do the top. And before I start putting my adhesive on my flaps to put my box together, I'm going to go ahead and decorate these panels. So what I did was I cut using some of the same Webster pages. This is the Hollywood Vogue paper collection. I'm going to cut that down. This piece right here measures 4 3/4 by 4 3/4, and I'm just going to use my ATG gun to adhere that down. And that's going to go right on the center here. Just like that. And then I have 4 pieces. These measure 2 1/4 by 4 3/4. And they're going to go on each of the flaps. So let me go ahead and adhere those down, and then we'll go ahead and assemble our box. So I went ahead and I added all of my papers that I wanted to use on the sides of my boxes. I added the adhesive now on my corners. So I'm just going to go ahead and start assembling my box. And the flaps just get tucked right on the inside. Super easy box to do. It's great for a little mini album, especially if you're giving it as a gift. Okay, so there you go. That's the lid to my box, and that'll go. It fits nicely right on the top of here, or there we go. Okay, so that's my box, and I'm going to go ahead and decorate this. I'm just going to use some of some satin ribbon. I'm not sure where I even got this ribbon at. I've had it for a little bit of time, so I think I'm going to need a pretty big piece, so I'm going to take it off I have it on a ribbon ring, so I'm just going to take it off my ribbon ring, make it a little easier. So I'm going to go ahead and tie this on here. I'm not sure exactly how I want it on here yet. Alright, so that's the bow I'm adding to my box. And I pulled out one of these journaling tags, journaling cards that came with the collection. And I'm just going to set that on here, I think. I may also add one of these recollection flowers to it as well. So maybe I'll add that actually right to the card. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Let's see. I need some pop dots. Sorry, I'm just deciding what I'm doing with this as I'm going here. So I'm just going to adhere that right to my card. And I'm not going to adhere this down now because I want to write a little something on here for my sister, but just a simple little box to hold my mini album that I'm giving my sister. Let's see. There we go. So, okay, that's all. Nice and simple. Thanks for watching another episode of Creations with Christine. I'll see you next time. Bye.